If you guys were already playing video games from the years 2000 to 2008, then you probably know the titles like Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, Wolfenstein. Pretty much all these three titles were known for having first-person shooters set during World War II. And pretty much during that time, they were absolutely popular. Everyone wanted to have a first-person shooter. Everyone wanted to imagine themselves using a Tommy gun and trying to kill all of the Nazis. Who could actually not want that kind of experience? It's absolutely amazing. And pretty much being actually living in those times and we're growing up, I absolutely loved playing Call of Duty. I played the first Call of Duty. I've even played Wolfenstein, Road to Castle Wolfenstein, which was pretty much a reboot, and even growing up with Medal of Honor. Those three titles really made my childhood. However, there is one title that is said to be the worst World War II first-person shooter, and it's absolutely worse than what City Interactive makes. Like those titles like Sniper Art of Victory, pretty much this one particular title is absolutely pile of crap. It's known as World War II Combat Road to Berlin.
Upon starting the game itself, I actually saw that there were no art except that it only says World War II Combat Road to Berlin, and you actually have to create a profile before you can access the campaign button.
Wow. The main menu's already boring. There's no art! How would you expect people to play this? When you want people to play this game, you have to have a very good artwork, even background art. I'd seriously even be more pleased if this game has background art than background music. At least they had the courtesy to put background music in this game. That's one thing that I have to credit the developers for, is that they thought to actually give it background music.
Like I said, the game itself is as basic as it gets, so let's go over here and let's load the game. Wow, look at the graphics. It's something like you'd see from a 2003 game like Call of Duty, but even that time those graphics were already advanced. During this time, we already had Call of Duty 2 and even Call of Duty 3 for the Xbox and the PS3. Even those games had a lot better graphics. And this game, it's absolute garbage. It's vomit. Look at the rubbish here. It looks more like vomit than it is really a real pile of garbage, or rather pile of rubbish. And wow, look at that physics there. Wow, look at that. Yeah, this is the graphics, the ragdolls itself are really so boring. And seriously, when I'm picking up items, it takes me how many seconds? Does it take me like 5 seconds or even 10 seconds to actually get an item? Pretty much I've seen when I pretty much play video games and pick up items from other soldiers, I pretty much just press F and that's it. I've already got the item. Do you have to actually wait for 5 seconds just so you can pick up any ammo? No! That's absolutely so slow! While you're trying to pick up or scavenge any other items, you're already dead. And wow, look at this reload. This reload is literally the slowest I've ever seen. Look at this. Check this out. Check out the Tommy gun. Wow, this is literally the slowest reload I've ever seen. Yeah, let's kill that. Let's kill that guy. And wow, look at that grenade. It's not even the Mark II grenade that the US used, but instead it's the stick grenade that the Germans used. And wow, look at his helmet. Look at that guy's helmet. Look at that. It's more like the German helmet that we see from the Germans, and the uniform is almost the same as them. They're not close to American uniforms. These are German uniforms, only changed the textures.
No way. Seriously, when they have to make the American GIs, why the hell did they bother to put German models and then just put some textures on them? I could actually imagine what they were trying to do. They would actually go like, alright, any ideas? Any idea how we can put some American GIs? I know, let's just take a German model and just put some ridiculous textures on it. And look at the helmet! The helmet looks more like German than it is American! It's not the M1 helmet that I know! Ugh. Seriously. This is an insult. This is an insult to the Allied powers. And it's an insult to Captain America. Sorry for all of those fans. God.
So anyway, as we progress through the game, there's one thing that bothers me a lot more. Look at this. Seriously, acquired 17 rounds of rifle ammo? Since when did the Tommy gun even became a rifle? It could have been acquired 17 rounds of SMG ammo. That could have been better. I could have been happy even if it used SMG or even machine gun. Seriously, I could have been more happier if it actually even had just SMG or machine gun ammo. I'd be more than pleased to do that. But no, they actually just used rifle ammo. Since when did the Tommy gun became a rifle? But anyway, as we progress through the game, pretty much it's just ridiculous. It's just your typical World War II shooter setting. There's a lot of broken buildings. Pretty much it's the environment's quite okay. I kind of liked it. And pretty much, but however, there was one problem. The mouse sensitivity was so sharp that I had to reduce it. At least they actually had the courtesy to give us mouse sensitivity settings, or else I'd be shooting a lot faster than Flash. Why would they actually bother to make a game if they're actually going to model American GIs like Germans? And listen, this American GI is actually speaking in German. And wow, you can't even be penalized for killing your own teammate. I can do this all day! Finally, a game that tolerates friendly fire! However, there is one more thing that really bothers me a lot. Check this out. Check out this death animation. Wow, look at that. He could have just looked at the sky, instead he just looks at the ground. Look at this one. He also looks at the ground, and this guy looks also to the ground. Wow, this must be some kind of planking palooza. It's planking mania! Why the hell are they planking?
Wow. Every time that I actually have to try to shoot the enemy, they always go on planking mode. What is this? Planking? Is this game some kind of fad? Every time that I have to shoot the enemy, they always have to go on planking? Can I just get a headshot and then they just fall on the ground looking up on the sky, and they don't need to actually just look up on the sky and then turn, then once they hit the ground they have to look down on the floor? What kind of physics is this? And the ragdoll itself is shit. Why did they even bother to put physics in this game? Even Call of Duty 2 still doesn't have physics. When you actually fall, you can't move bodies. The way that you shoot your enemies just depends on the animation. But still, that was cooler. That was a lot more of a game than this pile of garbage.
Why the hell did they actually put physics wherein enemy, every time you get to kill someone, they always end up looking at the floor like they're planking? What kind of game does that? It seems that whoever created this game must be so obsessed in doing planking. Pretty much everything he just does in his office is planking, and even he's planking on his office table. And there's one more thing that really bothers me, is that every one of these allied faces, enemy faces, look really similar. What kind of world is this game set in? Seriously, why did they even bother to even make a game like this? Another irritating part of this game is that the objectives, some of them are confusing. Look like this. I have an objective to breach the wall, so I'm expecting maybe this is the wall I need to destroy. Whoa, no. Can we try it again? Can we try to break it down? No, it's solid. It's made of fucking tungsten. Then I read to the walkthroughs and actually found out that the wall is located to the side of this building here. Seriously, Why did they actually have to put the wall on the far side? Couldn't it have been just the outside walls? They seriously had to put the walls on the side? I could have actually just already had fun just putting the walls on the front. Like, you don't have to navigate around looking for a missing wall. You don't do that. Alright, let's pick up the documents now. Yeah, let's steal whatever we can find here. And the same ridiculous shit appears. All of them are planking, and pretty much instead of SMG ammo, it says rifle ammo. This game is absolute shit. Yeah, more planking mania. This is planking mania, and wow. This document looks a lot more like propaganda posters. Seriously, how in the world does a propaganda poster become a sort of a document? What kind of game is this? By the way, forgot to say that the game is so shit that I'd actually just play something else or even go back to playing Wolfenstein 3D than this load of tard.
So that's World War II Combat Road to Berlin. And pretty much, if I remembered that it is a low budget game. Low budget my ass! Why the hell is that game so garbage? The graphics are shit, the sounds are quite okay, there's pretty much no comment that I'd like to give out to it. The physics are garbage because every time that I shoot the enemy, they actually have to try to do planking shit. They have to just look at the floor and do nothing. They just stand there looking down on the floor. They're making sex with the floor. It's more like floor hentai right now. Pretty much, I'm actually glad that no one even bothered to make porn hentai on the floor. And pretty much, I'm so lucky that no one even bothered to do hentai where someone just decides to actually make out with a floor. The idea of World War II Combat Road to Berlin is pretty much some sort to find an alternative to the titles like Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, or even Wolfenstein, because at that time pretty much those games were very expensive. It was brand new. It costed like around maybe 2,000 here in maybe in the Philippines, and it costed like around $50. And pretty much, I think, if I could remember, it cost that World War II Combat Road to Berlin costed like around just $10, $20, $30, or even, but I don't know. But that game was literally a poor excuse for a low budget game. If you guys want to play a better World War II first person shooter, just go pick up Call of Duty 2 or even Medal of Honor. Even those games are even far better. It's actually far better! Did you expect me to really say good things about World War II Combat Road to Berlin? Probably not. And pretty much, this game was literally a poor excuse for a low budget game. It's absolutely garbage. It's vomit.